A very good morning to you, and I hope I find you very well on what is today a beautiful Easter Monday. Blue sky, very nice indeed. This is my first video on my existing YouTube channel about a completely different subject. So a lot of my old guard, as it were, my old subscribers will probably not watch this because of the title, but hopefully I have some new viewers that could well be interested in this. So let me start right from the beginning. My name is Stuart Lomas. I have been suffering from chronic pain for 20 years, and this dates back to a time where, due to a set of circumstances, two of my long-standing chronic issues, one being asthma and the other one being eczema, my eczema flared up beyond all control about 20 years ago. Now, normal circumstance, like most eczema sufferers, we manage it quite well. But I had to be taken into hospital. Now, as part of my treatment, I got a steroidal injection into my backside. I'm trying to actually cut out a lot of the details here, so it's not a long, boring rant, as it were. This injection caused an inflammation in the injection site, which then turned into an abscess, quite a serious abscess, right at the base of my spine. This was operated on to empty it out, and time went by as it healed, etc. I returned to work and so on. But relatively soon after that, I started experiencing pain at the base of my back and down my left leg. Now, to skip kind of through the story very quickly, within 5 years I was actually having quite severe pain down my left leg, and I thought it might be something like sciatica or something like that. Now, over the last 20 years, I've been through every single treatment kind of known to man, normal painkillers, varying strengths, etc., starting off solely with things like paracetamol and ibuprofen, all the way through to kind of where I am at the moment with oral morphine, oxycodone or oxycontin, whichever way you may know it best, plus paracetamol and gabapentin as my main pain management regime. Over the last 5 years, I had a brand new branch of symptoms that had really flared up and started to raise their heads above the parapet, as it were. And now these are things that I'd never really experienced before. Probably if I look back a little bit further, maybe 8 to 10 years is probably a better time parameters to deal with, because during that time I've gone through 5 neurologists, 4 of which discharged me without a diagnosis, and just basically said those gentlemen's dealing with chronic pain issues and so on and so forth. And I'm now on my 5th. I've gone through lots of different treatments, ranging from obviously physiotherapy through to acupuncture, talk therapy, injection of steroids into my spine just to see whether that helped with the pain and so on. But in the last 5 years, things have started to get noticeably worse, where I was experiencing things like numbness appearing from nowhere that I'd never experienced before, numbness in very different parts of my body, tingling in different parts of my body, the emergence of what's called breakthrough pain, which anybody watching this who's had their diagnosis will perhaps understand. It's something completely different to anything else that's going on in your body. As I say, I'm now on my 5th neurologist, and this lady has taken the time and the patience to have 3 brand new MRIs, so basically now covered all my body 3 different times. My latest one was my base of my spine, my sacrum, and so on and so forth. And what she has found in the last 5 years, I have four lesions in my brain. I have three lesions in my cervical spine, which is obviously right at the top if you're not aware. And as of the 23rd of December 2019, I had a diagnosis of multiple sclerosis. Now, up until that point, for the previous 12 months, I was watching lots and lots of YouTube videos put online by sufferers and also from the MS Society here in the United Kingdom. And I come to the conclusion, and indeed my own diagnosis, that I indeed was a very, very good candidate for MS to be the label that I wanted, so that I can look at getting some form of treatment that would allow me to move on with my life. So, I say back on the 23rd of December, I had my diagnosis at long last, and it seems she was in agreement with me that all my symptoms as they are at the moment, so things like pain, numbness, tingling, brain fog, that's a belter, is all pointing towards this MS diagnosis, and I am on a one of three initial treatments that I could have chosen. The first one is a tablet called Tectafenera. You may have it if you're in a different country, it will be called something else. It just comes in tablet form and you take it each day. And I thought that I would go to the tablet one first because I take so many other tablets. It's not any great issue to actually just add 2 more tablets into my daily regime of tablet taking. So I've been on that kind of since January this year. So I'm just entering my 4th month since diagnosis, but probably suffering with MS undiagnosed for a lot longer than that. I have to say at this point in time, not really feeling any great beneficial effects of this treatment, but as I say, I'm only entering my 4th month, so we'll wait and see. I have my first appointment with my MS nurse, I think it's in July this year, as long as of course the coronavirus COVID-19 thing that's got us all in lockdown at the moment has been eased. I've already had 2 hospital appointments cancelled with different people, and I fully expect this other one in July to be cancelled as well. I sincerely hope it won't be, because I'm actually looking forward to meeting my MS nurse and discussing where I'm feeling in myself at the moment. So where am I feeling? Well, obviously I've already mentioned a number of symptoms, they're still present, but at the moment I actually feel very unwell. I feel for want of a better phrase, that somebody's pulled my plug out and there is no energy there whatsoever. Now, this lockdown at the moment, which applies to me more so than a lot of other people, because I'm in what they class as the at-risk group, as well as having MS. I have asthma, so that's an at-risk group, so I'm on an self-isolation now for 12 weeks, which takes me through to possibly the end of June. I fully expected that as the MS got hold, as it were, I would start to feel more ill, but I kind of didn't anticipate the feeling of sheer energy loss that I'm feeling at the moment. When I wake up in the morning, my pain wakes me up. That's how it is, and it's how it's been for a good few years now. I very rarely get a good night's sleep, so sleeplessness is probably something you're very aware of. And I think the thing is that I wake up, I then manage to sit up in bed, which is becoming a major issue right now, and then have to wait until my body and my mind are in sync, and both of them are saying, yeah, we're now going to allow you to stand up. And at that point I can get my morning ablutions done, as it were, and then go to my kitchen and make my first cup of tea of the day. Now, what I have noticed since my MS is getting worse, somebody may as well be telling me to actually explain the functions and the mechanics of the International Space Station. That is how complex making a cup of tea feels in the morning, because I've got pain, brain fog, everything going on in my body, and I'm tired because I haven't had a good night's sleep the night before. So what I try to do, I always ensure there's water in my kettle, my cup is there, my tea bag is there for the morning, my spoon is there for the morning. Anything that I can possibly do to make my morning routine that little bit better and easier is the way I try to do it. Once that tea is made, I go and sit down. It then takes me anywhere from 30 minutes to probably an hour 20 to pull myself together enough to realise it's now time to actually go and have a wash, have a shave, and pull myself together and get myself dressed for the rest of the day. I used to try to always go out and walk every day. That is becoming a major issue now for me. My pain is getting worse, and I think that's possibly because certainly down to age a little bit perhaps, and I'm giving some of the blame to the MS, because it's something since I started noticing the trends maybe 4 years ago. I've noticed that my pain is getting worse with each cycle of the MS getting worse. So it's all the normal things which you yourself will probably recognise: numbness in fingers, tingling. With my pain, I lose all ability to modulate my body temperature. When my pain arrives, I go very, very cold. Even in warm weather, I will go extremely cold. My hands will be like ice, and I will feel very, very unwell. And I have no control as to when my pain will arrive. Once I take the medication, I have no idea of the efficacy of that medication. I don't know when it will kick in, if it will kick in, see if I will feel a bit better in any way, shape or form. So what my plan is to do here, I say this is an established YouTube channel which I kind of stopped making content for about 2 years ago, solely on the basis that I'd come to a little bit of a creator block, where what I was trying to do, a lot of my content previously was on wristwatches. I'm a collector of wristwatches, but what I also tried to do was talk about other subjects that interested me, all sorts of other subjects. And if it's of interest for you to have a look back in the library of what I've made, as far as the things that interest me, that might interest you, by all means have a look. But what I'm going to try to do is make multiple sclerosis videos on here, which obviously people will find if they just search MS, or they search Stuart Lomas or whatever, and you will find my channel. And within that channel, from today, this being the first video, you will find multiple sclerosis videos, and hopefully, maybe, who knows, stuff in my back catalogue that may well interest you as well. But also what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to make a little bit of a comeback on YouTube, solely because I'm locked in my house. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything right now. I don't particularly fancy getting a particular virus which will fire off my asthma attack and put me into hospital, and potentially I won't be coming out. That happened nearly 20 years ago, and I got pneumonia, which turned to pleurisy, which turned into the asthma attack from hell, and I went into bodily shutdown, as it were, and it was only by the good grace of God and the National Health Service here in Britain that I actually came back and was able to come out of hospital. So I don't particularly want that to happen again. So kind of that's where we are right now. I'm 4 months in from my diagnosis. I'm probably feeling all the effects that you feel. If you are a relatively new diagnosee, get in touch. Tell me when you got your diagnosis. Tell me how you're feeling, whether you're feeling as rotten as I feel some of these days. Let me know whether this being unplugged feeling, that your battery's running low and you... To coin a phrase of the singer Jackson Brown, we're running on empty. I feel like I'm running on empty all day, most of the days. So let me know. We're nearly 15 minutes in now, so I'll kind of curtail this. I say I'm making a little bit of a comeback on YouTube. I will be doing different content, things that interest me, things that I've noticed during this plague, should we say, right now. I'll do a little bit on that, a little bit of my thoughts about COVID-19, what I think has actually happened, why it's happened, how it happened, and we'll see where we go from there. But certainly, if you are an experienced sufferer of MS and you've been unfortunate to have it a long time, and it's causing hell in your life, let me know why, let me know how, let me know what your coping strategies are. Maybe between all of us we can bring my little channel into the community, which hopefully will allow us all to make life a little bit easier, a little bit better for us all. And so I'll bring this video to a close now, and I'll bring it to hopefully with a little bit of wisdom that I've tried to live by all my life, because all my life I've suffered with chronic health problems, and throughout all the problems through your life that come along, they're inevitable, we all have issues. I try to live by one axiom, and the axiom is if something's happening in your life that you can't control, you have zero control whatsoever, try not to worry about it. Because although you may say that worrying is just a human reaction to stress, of course it is, the worrying will cause stress. Your stress will make you feel worse, or in my world, stress makes my pain get so bad. So the thought I'll leave you with, say, if there's something going on in your life right now, whether it be MS or something else, try not to worry about it. If you can do nothing about it, leave it alone. Walk away from it and try to divert your mind to something else, because trying to worry about something you can do nothing about is not going to resolve anything at all. So that's it from this one. Hopefully you'll get in touch. Let me know how you're feeling, if you're at the same stage as me. Let me know if you're a long way down the line from where I am, and you've got some really good coping strategies. And if there's more people than you and I talking about this, only one person watches this, maybe other people will learn from your experience and hopefully from my limited experience. So that's it for now. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Bear up, you'll be fine. Take your tablets and just make the best, and make the best of this COVID-19 thing. Catch up on movies that you've not seen for ages, or watch movies for the first time that you've been waiting to see. Read a book. Don't read myself, not got the patience. Jigsaw puzzles, something you've always fancied doing, take up a new hobby, something online. Make the best of a situation you have no control over. Don't worry about it. Make the best of it. So for now, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.